I am a low maintenance woman, except where it actually matters, in my opinion. I don't get my nails done. I don't pay someone else to do my hair, or my girls for that matter. I'm pretty simple in my aesthetic and my routines, but there are a few things that I am wildly high maintenance about. And in today's video, I want to share just 5 of them, 5 things that I'm, dare say, obsessive about, and also share why being low maintenance gives me the capacity to protect what's actually shaping who I'm becoming. We live in a highly aesthetic world, and TikTok, Instagram, everyone will make you think that low maintenance means that you don't have standards, that you are easygoing about everything, that you don't make demands or have boundaries or require much of yourself or of other people. Low maintenance means you're not wasting energy on things that don't matter, so that you can be absolutely ruthless about the things that do. I am a pretty low maintenance woman because I refuse to spend any more mental energy on things that don't shape or inform the person I am becoming. Here's what I realized. Being low maintenance about surface level things gives you more capacity to be high maintenance about the things that actually matter. Every ounce of energy you spend solely focused on your image, your appearance, your aesthetic is energy you can't spend maintaining your mind, your body, your values, and your relationships. And most of us have this backwards. We're high maintenance about how we look to other people and low maintenance about how we feel about ourselves. We'll spend an hour getting ready, 2 hours on our hair, but won't dedicate 20 minutes to protect silent time to think. We'll invest in perfecting the way we look, but not in making sure our relationships with ourselves are deep, rich, and consistent. We'll maintain our social media presence instead of our peace of mind. I want to share with you in today's video 5 things that I am wildly high maintenance about. And these aren't suggestions or goals I hope you have. Instead, I hope it inspires you to think about non-negotiables that you too should protect like your life depends on them. My hydration. This is so basic, but stay with me here. I'm obsessive about how much water I intake every day. I get through 4 of these bad boys every single day to make sure I have a gallon of water daily. It's not because someone told me to do this. It's because when I'm dehydrated, everything feels harder. Focus is worse, my patience is shorter, my workouts suck, my skin shows it, and my energy crashes earlier in the day. So I don't negotiate about this. I have this water with me constantly. I track my intake on my phone, and I make sure that it is the first thing that I do as soon as I wake up. That is high maintenance, my friends, and the return on that investment is massive. Number 2, my sleep schedule. It's ironic that I'm recording this on a day that I have been up since 12 a.m. and I'm pretty tired right now. But my bedtime is non-negotiable, especially for my 4 kids. People make fun of how early I go to bed, but the reality of it is, I know what happens when I don't sleep well consistently, meaning missing more than 2 days of quality sleep. I'm short and irritable with my kids. I make terrible decisions. I don't feel energized or enthusiastic to do anything. There's 0 capacity for difficulty. And I'm much more likely to eat my feelings. I reach for something sweet or salty, or I break whatever decision I've made about giving up something like alcohol, which I've been sober now for 2 months. And all of that just makes everything worse. And it helps me to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning so that I can run and prioritize myself and my personal goals. I don't stay up late scrolling unless I choose to on the weekends. I don't stay up to just watch one more episode of something on TV. My kids don't even get to change their sleep schedule because it's a holiday or a weekend. And I tell them this: sleep is not a punishment. It is a luxury. Many people don't get to rest You do. You should protect it with gratitude, because your worries, whatever you carried today, probably aren't quite as heavy as someone who doesn't even have the luxury of having a roof over their heads, right? Number 3, my stillness. I absolutely need silence to think. I'm an introvert and I need space to process. I don't process things out loud. I like to hear myself think. And when I'm faced with a challenge or a challenging time, I always trust that I'll figure it out if I could just return back to hearing myself think. That means I need moments where nothing and no one is demanding my attention, so that my brain can just relax and work through whatever complexities I'm facing in that moment. Because a lot of time when it's too noisy around you, you don't realize that the solution is pretty clear. You just can't see it or hear it because it's just too noisy. And I think this is the one most people understand least. They may see me protecting my time to just sit outside, catch a beat for 10 minutes or so, and interpret it as being in a bad mood or being antisocial. But it is in these quiet moments that I make my best decisions. It is where I am able to figure things out. And it's where I reconnect with myself instead of just focusing on everyone else's demands of who or what they want from me. Number 4, my spiritual life. And of course, this is gonna look different for everyone, but for me, that's God. It's the relationship I forged there and where I spend in prayer and reflection and gratitude and reading my Bible, connecting to something bigger than I, so that I'm always aware that I have access to peace and joy, and I can surrender whatever it is I'm struggling with on any given day without having to earn it. I just get to let it go. And when I forget this, when I neglect this, I feel it immediately. I'm more anxious, scattered, and I'm definitely making fear-based decisions. So I don't let this slide. And I made a commitment to myself a few years ago to attend church services every single Sunday. And with very few exceptions, I've done that. I pray multiple times a day. I read my Bible every day. That doesn't mean I'm some type of Jesus freak. I still cuss a little, but I talk about God a lot, because my faith and my relationship with God isn't something I get to when I have time, when it's convenient. It's what I make time for because it centers everything else. My values alignment. This is a really big one for me, and I would say it's a newer one. Learning to live in alignment with my values. And when something asks me to behave outside of my ethos, even if it would be easier or I could make more money, even if everyone else seems to be doing it, I just don't. And this means saying no a lot more than I get to say yes. But to me, that's what discipline is. And those no's means that I'm probably going to disappoint someone who expects me to compromise. It means I'm going to have to walk away from situations that require me to be someone I'm not. That's not me being rigid or inflexible, but it's this layer of discipline in my life that has given me the most freedom. Because my friend, when you are clear on your values and unwilling to negotiate with them, most of your daily decisions become very simple. I shared at the beginning of this video that being low maintenance gives me capacity. I have accepted that simple works for me. I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to be trendy. I don't need to appeal to everyone's palate. I'd rather spend my energy on substance. And all of that energy that I don't spend on things that a lot of people do goes toward ensuring that I am building and investing in myself and who I am becoming. Because that's the trade-off, right? You don't get unlimited capacity. You don't get to be high maintenance about everything. You have to choose. Are you going to be high maintenance about how you look to other people only? Or could you dedicate a little of that time, focus, and attention to how you feel about yourself? Are you solely going to be high maintenance about your image? Or could you dedicate some of that to your integrity? Here's the permission that I want to give you. You don't have to be high maintenance about what social media and society, even your friends and family, are telling you to care about. But you do have to be high maintenance about something. Because being low maintenance about everything, I know you think makes you easygoing, but it's just neglect. So your question has to be, what deserves your high maintenance energy? And my answer to that is very simple. Anything and everything that directly impacts who you want to become. Even if you don't like who you are today and everything you've done up to this point. Because here's what I believe. Sleep, hydration, stillness, the richness of your relationships with whatever you believe in, that's weapon maintenance, not luxury. When you are trying to build a meaningful life, you are the weapon. You are the tool that makes all of this happen. And weapons need maintenance or they stop functioning. Your body, your mind, your focus, weapons, all of them. So what can you be high maintenance about right now? Is it only about what matters to other people? Or is it something that you could be high maintenance about that gets you a little bit closer to who you want to become? I am a low maintenance woman with high maintenance standards, and I make no apologies about that. And I don't fit the stereotype of what it means to be high maintenance, because I don't care about a lot of things that a lot of people tell me that I should care about. But I'm absolutely obsessed with protecting and maintaining things that shape how I want to experience my life. And if that makes me demanding or appear difficult to some, it doesn't bother me, because the alternative is being easygoing about the things that matter. And I've done that. And I'm not interested in going back to that version of myself. If today's video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you know when I post the very next video. Thank you so much for watching.